Alright, last step on the shed build is I need to make a ramp. So, got some supplies here. So my plan is, I got 2x6 header, then I got 5 2x6 stringers, and then I got these 12-inch pavers. I'll get these level, and then just mark the stringers. I'll show you what I'm gonna do for that. But right now I'll go ahead and get this header on, and I'll use these 1/4 inch by 3 inch screws. So I have 5 stringers here. This is about 55 inches wide. So these will be evenly spaced. So I just kind of laid these out to determine where these screws go. Kind of want them in the middle here, so I'm not going to hit them with the hangers. So I think at this point, I'm going to get these blocks laid out and leveled out. Okay, I got this area dug out a few inches. Go ahead and put some gravel in here. Alright, we got the blocks down and leveled out. So up next, what I want to do is we'll take this 2x6 and we'll run a pencil line right here, and then we'll take a straight edge and we'll run a pencil line right there, and then we'll cut it and it should fit real nice. Okay, so when you do it that way, I just got this temporarily in place, but you can see it turns out pretty good. Probably just end up cutting this little end off here, and then this is kind of touching right here, so probably gotta dig this out a little bit, but I'll go ahead and cut the rest of these. All right, this is where we're at. We got 3 of the stringers on attached to the ledger board, and I'm using these brackets here. So I'll just, I'm putting them on the ledger first, and then you can bend this so that it matches the stringer. And then I'm using these Simpson number 9 by 1.5 that a 1/4 inch head on them. So I got 2 more left to do, and then I had some leftover fascia, so I'm gonna put this piece on this outside one like this. So I'm gonna trace it on this one before I put it on, and I'll cut it out, and then I'll put some Tyvek in between, because this treated wood will probably react to this aluminum, so it'll end up looking like that. Okay, got all the stringers on, and I got this fascia put on. I just ended up using this tape as a barrier between the wood and the aluminum, and I had some color matching nails, so that turned out pretty cool. So next step, get some plastic down, and I got some river rock so that the weeds won't grow through. Alright, plastic and stone is down. So now I'll cut these deck boards. I want to go about 1 inch overhang, probably right where this corner piece kind of bumps out. So about 1 inch. So I'll get those all cut. Okay, a little over halfway. And I'm just putting 2 or 3 screws per board for now, just in case if I screw something up I can easily redo it. but I'm kind of keeping track of the distance on each side, and you want to maintain an even distance so you don't end up all weird at the end. And for the decking, these are the screws I'm using, 2-inch screws. Alright, it's all done. Just got to finish putting in the rest of the screws. And this top piece I had to trim to fit. And then there's enough clearance for the door to open. And I can always easily take this board off. I need to trim a little bit right here. So, turned out pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with it.